Recently, I made a video where I destroyed the flat earthers in my comment section. Now, on that video, I asked a question, which is, do you want a part 2? And that got a lot of likes and a lot of replies that said yes. So, this is destroying the flat earthers in my comment section, part number 2. Okay, so for this video, I got a lot of flat earth comments, and the first couple of them are from John Doe. So let's read the first comment. Eric Dubé is absolutely right about everything he says about flat earth. There are many other things that he talks about, spiritually and philosophy thoughts, which I don't agree with. But flat earth is proven true many times. Now, even though most prefer to close their eyes to the facts of reality. Okay, so there are a lot of things wrong with this. So, number one, he says that Eric Dubé is absolutely right about everything he says. But he's actually absolutely wrong because he's been proven wrong a lot of times. And number two, he says that flat earth has been proven true many times, which also isn't true. It has been proven false a lot of times. Have you ever seen people prove flat earth false like me? So let's go on to the second comment, which is also from John Doe. If there were no proofs and the least doubt in my mind, I would not do this. But I've tested it myself. And the result is still, after 5 years now, that we do not live on a globe. Flat Earth is real, and reality, which clearly shows us this, is all the proof we need. Now, there is a massive flaw, which is I've tested it myself. Now, in the last video, I got a comment from John Doe, which is this one, and this perfectly explains how a sphere works. And he talks about like if the sphere works like this, then the earth is flat, which kind of doesn't make sense. Perspective is a way our eyes see the world, and that is visual effects you see. When you see a so-called sunrise or a sunset, try the following test to understand how perspective works. A perspective test. Find a long enough straight and fairly horizontal road or street and place a camera on the ground or sidewalk so it's facing the traffic going away from it. Notice how people and cars are being cut visually from the bottom up to the apparent horizon line or vanishing point. It's just like when you see a boat or ship on the sea being cut off visually by the horizon sun. That is effects of visual rule of perspective, the way our eyes see the world. You see it happening in both cases and in sunrise and sunsets too. So, first of all, when I read this, I thought this guy wasn't a flat earth until I saw his other comment, which I realized that this guy is a flat earth, and he just perfectly explained how a curve works. Like, you see how the cars, you can't see the cars anymore? Yes, it's because like they're not being visually cut. It's because they're like going over a curve. You see? He has perfectly disproved flat earther. And he is a flat earther. So, well, what this guy's, or at least what I think he's responding to, is me saying that if the earth is flat, then what's stopping a guy from the other side of the earth seeing the sun? And he said this. Well, I still say that because what's stopping this guy from seeing such a huge ball of light? Like nothing is stopping this guy. Nothing is stopping like this person over here from seeing this huge ball of light. So, still, that's flat earth destroyed right there. But there you go. That's your problem. I've tested it myself. That's what you shouldn't do. You shouldn't test it yourself. So let's go on to the third comment, which is also from John Doe. Okay, so I was trying to find where that comment is, except I couldn't find it because I'm dumb and didn't screenshot it. So we're just gonna have to go to the next comment unless I find it. So, and there are a lot of comments in my video, so it's gonna be kind of hard to find this. Okay, so right now I'm editing the video and I found that comment. Bad try. You're talking to a convinced flat earther who knows that the globe is a proven lie. I've known this truth for 5 years now. No one can accept fair treatment from the official side of society, especially when you're criticizing the same. Wake up to reality. Okay, so the first thing that is wrong with this is he says that he knows the truth for 5 years, when in reality he fell for the lie for 5 years straight. That's kind of embarrassing. Number 2, he says that no one can accept fair treatment from the official side of society. Well, I mean, like, you could expect fair treatment from, like, the government. The government does give you a fair treatment. So that's this comment destroyed, and I just found this comment, so I had to put this in the video. But back to the video. Okay, so this comment was actually in the last video, but I figured out a way to completely destroy this comment. So this person says, if the ocean floors are flat, what is the water bending around? And it's a fact, bodies of water don't bend. Okay, so that's the problem. This person says that bodies of water don't bend. Well, they actually do, and you can do this experiment on a ball. So as you can see right here, I have a yoga ball, and if I just pour water onto this, you can see that water is bending. Now imagine that the gravity was in the middle of the ball. Then this water, like how it is on the top, will also be at the bottom. So bodies of water could bend. So that's this comment destroyed again. Now in the last video, I just talked about how this would be destroyed. And in this video, I showed you guys how this would kind of be destroyed. So on to the next comment. We'll endanger them, and afterward they'll call on us to save them. Trust our doctors to cure the sicknesses that we gave them. Fireworks from space video. If these stars are billions and billions of miles away, why are the stars have the same size? The end of time, every lie will be revealed. It is well known that 90% of the human population is right-handed. Only use one hand. Never be able to travel around the world, cause ignorance and bliss. People don't know them, but follow them. Me too. How many celebrities have keep their mouth closed and still? Evil can't see evil. All they need is a TV for the proof, like flat world. Okay, so there are many things wrong with this. Number 1, there are a lot of grammatical problems, so fix that. Number 2, he says fireworks from space video, which is also not true because he called stars fireworks. But if you were to just buy a telescope and look, you would see that those fireworks have a lot of detail. And then number 3, he says that if these stars were billions and billions of miles away, why are the stars have the same size? Which they don't. If you were to just look at a normal space picture, you would see that they have different sizes. So this guy has probably never left his basement. And that's that comment destroyed. And finally, we'll go on to the last comment, which is from Expose Antarctica. Your first reason why was because of rockets. I think, if I can remember correctly. The rockets, you will always see them go up and then go sideways. Horizontal, then they will always be angled going downwards. They will always cut to the fake video. It's just a magic trick that they play on the gullible sheep. My family is in the Freemasons and they even admit it's all fake to me. Now, one thing that I don't understand is flat earthers always try to find these problems in the rockets. But my question is, if you don't believe that they actually launched a rocket, then why don't you just go to where they are going to be launching the rocket, which would immediately disprove that they are it immediately disproves that they are not launching the rocket. And in number two, if they are actually launching the rocket, then what's the point of just sending them into the air for no reason? Like, why won't they just send them into space? Like, if they didn't do that, that'll just be a waste of money. And if you say the government can just print infinite money, then that's also not true, because the government actually can't do that. Because if the government printed infinite money, then money will lose its value. So that's Flat Earth destroyed for you. If you want me to make a part 3 on this, then make sure you put that down below in the comments. But part 3 will most likely be the last video in this series, because it's kind of getting boring at this point on just destroying Flat Earth comments, and I want to do more experiments on destroying Flat Earth comments, because that's just more fun to do. But thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed, then make sure to click on these 2 videos and hit that subscribe button like right here. But until next time, I'm Logical Shri.